The Tiger, and man, it's kind of workbench is almost naked, but I got stuff coming, so we'll probably do a third project while we do the tanks. The Tiger, the only thing I've really done so far is I went after I chipped all the where I wanted the white, basically snow camouflage off. I went in with a pin wash, basically combined with a filter wash, and when I do pin washes, I try to stay away from a whole lot of the black. I mean, some places you have to have it, but most of everything, you really don't need it. You need more of a brown color. So what I've done is I've taken basically a medium brown and a field drab, which is kind of a cocky tan, brownish color. I mix both of these together, and you don't have to have a whole lot of paint. And I like to use, people use clean water. I don't. I like to use the good old-fashioned brush water that I've never changed for the last 2 weeks. So it makes it, good and grimy, and it makes it, it don't really darken the color, but it just gives it a little more, I think, a little more oomph to it. And basically, you're going to take your little brush here, and you're going to just keep getting paint till it's just water thin. And then you'll apply it to the crevices and everything, and let capillary action take care of it. You can moisten it if you want first and then do the paint. I really don't like to do it that way. I like to just actually get the paint mixture wet, really wet, and just let it flow. And then once it dries almost matte. And you can see where I've done the back here, around the edges, hatches, worked my way around the turret. Around the barrel here, if you can see where I've done some of the fenders, hatches, everything. I still got to go a little bit more. It's one of those you can put a whole lot on, but you can't either, because you need to let it dry, see where it stands. You may have to reapply it in a few places, but then you can keep working on as you go. And then once I get all the washes on, which I basically I'm trying to get all the little crevices and everything. Then I'll do some little streaking. If you can see where I've done, and I put it up. I probably ain't handy. Well, basically they got streaking grime. Vallejo does, and I did a little bit here and there because I wanted to see one little starting point, and then see how it looked. So I'll do just a lot of the streaking. And I got to do a couple more washes around the vents, and I got to dirty up a little more of the back area here because I think it needs it. And then we'll concentrate more on the hull, and then we'll do the track and the wheels, which we will get them dirty, dusty, not muddy, but we'll just we'll get them where they look a little more worn, if you will. But anyway, we're at the slow process of doing washes. And then we'll do pigments later on. I got to do more on the tow cables. I think they need to pop out just a little bit more. But anyway, I'll probably do the same thing with the brown, but I'll add a little black to it and do a little pin wash on there just to bring that out just a little bit more. But anyway, that's where I stand on Mr. Tiger. The Krokodil. All I've done, and I've done the boring task here, is taking Mr. Micro Brush. Took more of the surface primer here of the Tiger Yellow, and I did all the green and brown spots with the Tiger Yellow, just doing little dots here and there. Kind of some random pattern, I really don't know, if there's an actual pattern to it, but, there you have it. And then I took the green, which is already airbrushed on here, took that, took Mr. Micro Brush, and I did the pattern on the Tiger Yellow parts. So we got all the dots on. And I'm pretty satisfied with that. Now next, what I need to do is, I need to, of course, paint the track. But I need to put a wash on it, just like the Tiger. And then go in and, do some filters. And, of course, when I say filter, it's basically a filter wash. And that's usually combined with the pin wash, because that's the way I like to do tanks. And then weather on. So I'm going to probably do that next. And then we got a long weekend. So I may start some of the other tanks too, just to get the assembly started on them, and then continue on while I wait for things to come in so we can start building those too. But anyway, that is where I stand on Mr. Krokodil. I will have probably going to have a shed update. I will show everyone the Arc 2 as well. But anyway, we are starting a wash on the Tiger. We're starting the dots on the Krokodil, and I may start the other tanks, which I'm trying not to because I want to really like do one, then focus on another one, just make it a little bit easier. But I may go ahead and start the Heinkel just to see how the motors fit and all that, because we're just anxious and we want to see them spin. But anyway, that's what I have got going on today, so stay tuned for the next exciting episode.